Okay, Oresuki, come on. We get through this every time. Like every time a harem happens. Like I appreciate this harem, but come on, you're making a parody of yourself. But you know what? I absolutely love it. Like this, like similar. This makes me feel like it's similar to Gintama. Like I get a Gintama feel for the anime. Like it's so stupid. It's so funny, but it just works every time. Like that baseball scene, like it's beautiful. Like that baseball scene, it's the center of everything, which is ironic because since the author could just keep creating as many characters as you want, and they could just easily fold into the baseball story because there wouldn't be a plot hole or a retcon. That can't happen here. And that's why I love how they're continually making fun of the fairy's bat. Let me do a quick recap though, since I did forget one thing. I did do last week's episode, but quick recap. Tabaki, she's basically the person who was indebted to Joro for buying the majority of her goods, no pun intended. And because of that, she basically devoted to him, trying to make that debt go away, trying to help him in any way he could. Even saying that you could do anything you want to me. But like Joro, he wasn't falling for it since all the girls is selfish to him. That he's thinking there's no way there's an actual girl who's genuine to me. That happening? Never. Come on, this is me we're talking about here. Like, then he was really thinking that he was really being so negative on himself. I'm just like, come on, Joro. I mean, even losers get a break every now and then. But we see Joro realizes that she's actually a genuinely good person. But the thing is, because she was so devoted to him, all the other girls started to feel a bit jealous. That's what the majority of that episode was. I thought that was a very interesting episode. So, the episode starts. Joro is trying to read the book from Pansy, trying to get the book from Pansy. But the problem, however, the book fell into the water and it was lost by when Himawari accidentally stumbled upon him. And when I first saw that, I actually thought that Himawari was the one who stole it. But no, I was actually proven wrong later this episode. So there's kind of been a problem. Sun and Himawari are off to doing their own thing, a training for the sports game, while Joro, on the other hand, is doing this part-time job trying to save enough money to be able to buy Pansy this new book. But Pansy really was not feeling that. Like, you know what? You really do not need to get me this book because you're kind of being a prick about it. But Joro at that time would understand what Pansy was really trying to say. Like, you really need to understand comprehension. You really need to understand what girls really mean by their body language. Girls don't say stuff literally. You have to read their body language, and because body language is different from actually speaking stuff. Like, if I'm mad, you're gonna see that I'm mad, not because I'm saying it. But unfortunately, Joro snapped at Pansy because of that and saying, you know what, get lost. I don't need you to worry about me. And I was like, Joro, what are you doing? Are you an idiot? Pansy was just trying to talk about you. She was just trying to get you to calm down and realize what you're doing before you make an idiot of yourself. But luckily, after some time thinking the son alone with some friends, even though I said alone, but with strangers, I guess. After getting some advice and thinking to himself what he really needs to do, he really thinks that even though Pansy is a stalker, she still I consider her one of my friends, she's in my inner circle. But to get down to it, the problem Pansy was having that Joro, even though he had to depart that job, even though he was trying to get the book, the real reason was because Joro had nothing else to do besides a part-time job. Because while everyone else is actually doing stuff in life, Joro doesn't really have anything to do, and therefore he has a inferiority complex, making it feel like that he's he's not worth talking about at all. So, and he's not worth talking about. What relevance does he really have to the group? I mean, he's on the lower scale of the group. He doesn't really matter. While Sun and Himawari, they're the center of the group. But in reality, it's the opposite at all. If it wasn't for Joro, none of them would even be here. Pansy would have been alone the whole entire time. Himawari would even be taught, would still be in love with Sun, and even then, Pansy wouldn't even be friends with Joro or Sun because she's so shy. But she got used to them because of that, they become really great friends. And the other thing is, speaking of Himawari, so I like how Joro said that he's gonna buy a present for Himawari's birthday, and Himawari was so happy because of that, and she started saving up money despite skipping on her practice for the upcoming tournament. Despite all of that, she actually managed to get Joro the book. Like, you really need to stop thinking Himawari is stupid. Like, girls know, they know what's really happening. Joe was mad at her, obviously. I mean, I thought the reason he was mad at her because his work was really invalid, but he actually managed to make that work in a way. But him already basically saying that, like, I know you really thought that book was precious to you, so you're more precious to me than the actual tournament itself, more than tennis itself. And Jorah really appreciated and shocked that Himawari really go that far just for that one book. And I really love that Jorah actually uses the money to buy a new tennis racket for Himawari, and Himawari actually starts to gain feelings for Jorah by this man actually had to adopt. This girl had the audacity to actually steal a kiss from Jorah on the cheek. I was like, okay, even Himawari started to fall for Jorah's charms. And speaking of which, Jorah actually read the book that Pansy gave him, and within that book, Pansy left him a note. Will you help me anytime, anywhere? And Jorah, like the man he is, if I'm not in a pinch, then yeah, I'll help you anytime. Of course, you're my friend. That's what friends do. I'm like, yeah, okay, there you go. You went from being afraid of this girl being a stalking you, and now you actually support her of her goals and her friendship, whatever I guess you'd call it. The one last thing though that Tabaki actually is saying that Joro, even you're not a side character, you are the main character. Like you're the glue. Like I said before, Joro is the glue that holds the group. Without Joro, there is no group. And I love how the moment Joro starts to feel confident about himself, uh, that even though he's a generic main character, he's still a main character. At the moment that happened, a random girl asks him, can you get Pansy and Sun to be boyfriend and girlfriend? So we literally back to Jorah being confident to all the way back to like what the first three episodes when Sun was trying to originally date Pansy. We're all the way back there, and Jorah in this tight spot where he really feels that he's thinking that Sun is the actual main character, and he's just the side character trying to get the main character to get some. But we all know Pansy doesn't really appreciate Sun like that. I mean, she's friends with Sun, but compared to Joro, nah, stop it. Like, come on, after all of the development, after all the progression I made with you during the dance, you're gonna throw it all away just so you can please this one girl. Shame on you, Joro. Like, you don't deserve me if you're gonna go that far. But seriously, dog, I think the development here is very interesting. Like the development in this anime has a lot more than most a generic isekai anime. I truly believe that. Like for example, Wise Man Grandchild. Wise Man Grandchild is so, oh my god. I'm not even gonna talk about the anime. That is so bad. But another anime. Oh, a Sekai cheat magician. That is the perfect anime for undeveloped characters. Like you have Ren and those people, they are undeveloped the whole way through. They basically stay the same the whole way through. But here, there's actually a lot of development. Like, cause from compare this episode from episode one, there is a lot of stuff that changed, which I find funny considering that it only was like 8 episodes. I lost count at the point, and yet I feel, in my opinion, it's doing better than some isekais because well, yeah, well, yes, action is good. If you don't have development, that's not really good. That's not a good enough for plot. The plot can't really get any better than that if there's nothing changing within the main character. If there's no like actual benefit or something that he lost because of this arc. If he doesn't lose or gain anything, then what was the point of the arc? But otherwise, I'm done ranting. I mean, this anime is still one of my favorites, as I keep saying. If you haven't watched it, watch it. It's a good watch. But otherwise, though, I'm done for the video. Leave a like if you enjoyed the video. Subscribe if you want my content. And always, I'll see you later.